Hey y'all, this could be triggering for a lot of people, and that's okay. You know, number one, Spirit said, there isn't going to be another war. That is our pre-programmed dragon mentality, reptilian DNA talking to us to accept that there is doom coming and that we'll work through it and heal and then we'll keep going. We've been on a cycle of trauma healing, trauma healing, trauma healing. Yes, we are in major times right now. However, the challenge and the triggering part is, and they've told me this for years, this would be the concern, that most of us only know one book. And we think that book, whatever it is for you, is just the book. The Bible, the Quran, whatever one book. And there's truth in all of them. However, Spirit said, the point is we're missing a whole library of spirituality. 17 books. Thomas, Mary Magdalene, Sophia. There's so many. Enoch taken out. Why did they take them out? Because it gives you the power to not be reincarnated back to this shit show. If we only believe one doctrine, and Jesus was in India and all these other wonderful places and traveled, and it's in all of us, it's being activated. So if you do just read the one book and think that is the truth, there is truth to it. However, folks sat around 2K ago and decided what was going to be in it and what wasn't. And you need to focus on now sometimes what was taken out. Spirituality. I am a spiritualist, born this time around just to be a starseed, to be a light worker, as Jesus was, as you are. But if we constantly shut down that there's other out there, that the other is evil, or even we didn't even know it was there. I didn't know 17 books was taken out, hidden. Because they take out women, they take out any kind of spiritual power that you have inside of you. And then if you have fear, and they can predict that fear is a moment in time, they're going to herd you. They are going to sheeple you to that spot. Like a self-fulfilled prophecy. However, God had a divine mission. God said, no. The truth has to come out at this point on the timeline before it gets any worse. It stops here. The lies, the deception, the half-truths ends here. And the awakened will walk on the earth, as Jesus did, to the consciousness inside of each one of us, which is Christ consciousness. The power is inside of us. We don't have to fear. As I sit here, and people are posting, I don't have food. I don't have a place to live. So-and-so screwed me out of my rent. This is everything going on in our private lives, but we put on this mask that something is going to come save us. No. We have to awaken to see how jacked up we are inside, and that we only care about ourselves and no one else. And we're going to take from someone else to make that stepping stone to get to where we are. That's what stops here. Jesus and God, they don't want that. That doesn't go into new earth. Spirit said there's so much truth out there about spirituality that has been hidden and still being called wicked and still being called deranged or crazy when it's the truth. They kept them in the insane asylums and wagging them spiritualists off, didn't they? Some of those were us before we were here. They put them in insane asylums. They hung them from trees. They did whatever they wanted to do to shut them up because they are the power and they knew it. And the power lies inside of each one of us, not a building. Not a person up in a robe telling us what to do. Research everything. And you know what? You wonder why the Bible sounds so out of world, like they're talking about the world splitting, and because it's spiritual. It's not literal. A lot of it is spiritual realms. And it's been all confused to control and navigate the narrative so they could have all of us, the souls. But now we are being released. We are choosing to awaken, and they no longer can have us. We will be released from reincarnation into trapped slaves' souls. We are being freed. The Watchers screwed us up back in their lust and temptation energy, and now we're being sovereignly freed. And everyone that couldn't reach us off planet can now reach us. They are our support staff. They are our stream of consciousness of truth. They will tell us what's coming. You can use your discernment, but most choose comfort, stay on to go get your Christmas gifts, act like nothing happening when the mass of humanity is collapsing and we are suffering and we have nowhere to turn. Like if you're homeless or abused, where are you going to go? If you don't have food, where are you going to go? If you don't have dental help, where are you going to go? We're in this together. And until we learn that we're all divine, once we get there, we're all on the same mission. That's why it's going to collapse. That's why it's all collapsing. Because we are in, people call it biblical times. It can't be biblical because it hasn't been written. We are living history right now. God bless. Peace. There will not be another war. We're going to have stuff on land, chaos, but we're not having nuclear war. It's been stopped since the 80s. It's been a threat. And this is my personal experience and my spiritual knowledge. It's been a threat looming over humanity, keeping us in the lane since Roman times. And we're done. The illusion stops here. We are the power. We are the change. Jesus and Mary are inside of each one of you. You are the power that you've been looking for. It's not anywhere else. God bless. Peace.